Hi friends, Bill McCabe here, and we're going to pick up with where we left off last time. We're going to add a few moves into the third stick kata, and we're not going to talk about a lot of explanations today. I want to give you enough moves to carry you forward for another week so that this begins to take shape for you. So just refreshing what we did up to now. Bow. First move. Okay, that's where we stopped. And what we're going to do today is add a few more moves onto that. But I'm going to let you take one more look at that just to make sure you're on the same page as I am. And again, you can do any kind of bow that you want. Everybody's different schools have different bows. I have bows that I like to do. It begins, first move. Okay, so we're going to pick up right from there. The premise is this. I've just dealt with this attacker here. And as I'm dealing with this attacker, the assumption is other attackers are coming in from a different angle. In this case, the angle is from where the camera is standing. Okay, so I'm dealing with this person, and the next threat is coming in right where I'm looking. Okay, now I'm going to have you look at one other thing as I move. From the very beginning, my eyes are scanning. We've talked about this before. The eyes have to scan at all times. Slight distraction from outside, but we'll deal with it. Even when you're doing a form, you don't want it to become mechanical. You want your eyes to be alive, always visualizing that you're being attacked by a number of threats or attackers. You're trying to protect your geometry, you're trying to protect your position, and you're trying to get the next best angle. It's like you're a pool player. You're trying to line up your shots for the next shot that you have to take. Okay? All that's part of your thinking here. So in the very beginning, I do the bow. Before I even do the first block, I do a quick scan. And in my mind, I'm visualizing all the possibilities. First block, counter. As I do the next strike, I'm doing a quick scan off to the right and a full scan to the left, because that's where I am most exposed right now. And as I scan, I see the attacker coming. As I block and deal with that attacker, I'm still scanning to the rear and around, across, and follow through on this attacker, and I'm scanning, and here's the next threat. Now, right here, after I kick, my left foot hits the ground, and I take distance on that threat. And you have to understand that. So, I'm here, I kick, left foot hits the ground, and I take distance. That little bit of distance gives me the time to react. And what the next attacker is doing is a strike to my leg, and I'm doing a quick number 3 block. Looks like this. I parry, knock the stick away, and I hit twice. 1, 2. Okay? Does it have to be a number 3 block that looks exactly like that? No. You can do a sweep through block if you want. You can hit like that. You can make it fancy. You can just hit, instead of a full block, do a quick strike parry, then counter. We'll talk about the details of those in a future video. I just want you to get working moves right now for you to play with. So again, from the very beginning, first move, follow through, up, sight, step, create distance, block, counter. Okay, where's the next vulnerable spot? Right here, because you haven't checked that spot for over a second. That's where the next likely attack will be coming from. You know everything that's happening here. You just dealt with it. So you hit, there's your vulnerable spot, the leg, strike to your leg. You block, and what he's doing is he's striking with his right hand towards your leg, and it looks like this. So as I block, and we'll model this out next week, so be assured we'll go back and revisit this. Block, I capture the hand and check the person as I strike the head. And then I release his hand, and I strike down on the hand, going for the break or the strike into the radial nerve. So again, the first guy, number 3 block, counter, here comes the next attack, block, strike to the head, capture the arm, and I'm going to strike right where I'm holding the hand. Just as I release, I strike and make contact. And as I do that, another person's coming straight down the middle. This is my open target here, and this is what he's doing. He's coming at me like this, straight to the head. When this person's here, I do a reinforced block, check the person, down his weapon, and drive through. This is the bell ringer strike, because it looks like a bell ringer. If you've ever seen a Zen temple where they ring the bell, they have the big pillar going back and forth. This is the bell ringer strike. Again. So the whole thing, from the top to where we're at. See how I'm hiding behind that block? I'm putting the block in front of my body, reinforcing it so that it's a tough block. Then I bell ring, do a double arm strike forward into his vulnerable target, his chest cavity or solar plexus. If I hit him, all the better. If he goes back, I strike once, then I close with a second aggressive quick strike. Again, the bell ringer. Strike one. Closing step, and an aggressive follow-through strike. From the top, very beginning, and you can do this with me just to make sure you got the motions. I'll do it slow enough so you can follow along. There's the vulnerable side. My eyes scan, see an attacker coming at me, straight overhead attack. I block and counter. Block, counter. Can I call this a roof block or sunrise block or flash hands block? Counter. That's where we're going to stop today. Okay, but we're going to do a couple repetitions at a slow speed so you can follow along and make sure you've got these moves locked up. Here, quick strikes, attack comes in, you block, counter, double hit, deflection block, strike. One thing about this, as I strike, watch my left hand. You see, my left hand is going to the attacker's eyes. That takes his attention off the kick. Block low, counter, after the parry counter, block, strike, release, strike again, reinforce block, bell ringer, quick strike one, follow through by big quick strike, make sure you hit the target, and block, counter. Last time. We might also switch angle on this, but last time through this direction. Now we have this camera. Let's have you step over here, okay? From your side. Good. And that camera will be here. And if you'll go here, fine. So here I am. Go with the camera person here. Okay, so those are a few add-on moves, and We don't have a full house here today, so I can't do all the walkthrough demonstrations. But I will do that in an upcoming video. We'll talk about the possibilities and the ways you can vary this to suit your own inclinations. There's many different ways you can do each technique, and each of these has a certain self-defense context, and I want you to get all that too. So I won't forget to do that for you. Meanwhile, stay well, do well, and I'll see you downstream.